One Sunday, Tom told his brother Dan that he was going hiking with his friend Chris. The next Saturday, the police found Tom unconscious in the forest. Dan said he had been working all week. As for Chris, he was found wandering along the highway. He explained that he had gotten lost in the forest almost immediately after they had arrived and just found his way home. One of the guys was lying. Who was it? Look at Chris. He's too well-shaven for a man who spent a week in the woods. There are 5 girls in the room. Ashley is drawing, Olivia is reading, Maria is playing hide-and-seek, and Emma is tidying up. What's Sarah doing? Sarah is playing hide-and-seek with Maria, of course. What number is missing? A small hint, it's not number 4. Number 5 is missing. The subsequent number of 234 is 235. In the small town of Sunshine Valley, 3 teachers went on a sick leave all on the same day. Jenna says she got into a car accident and broke her leg, so she can't walk. Emma complained she had a very unfortunate workout and injured her neck, so she can't turn her head. And Tina says she fell from a bike and fractured her arm. But one of them is lying. Can you tell who? It's Jenna. If she can't walk, why does she even have a crutch to hold her up? If it's raining at midnight, can you expect that in 72 hours it'll be sunny? Nope, in 72 hours, it's going to be night again. In the room, there are 2 people, both of them sitting. But if one of them stands up, they won't be able to take the other one's place whatever they do. How is that possible? The second person is sitting on the first one's lap. A father tells his teenage daughter, "You arrived very late at 3 a.m. and made us all worry a lot. I don't want this situation to repeat." His daughter, though, replies that it will never happen again. How can she be so sure? The father was talking about the birth of his daughter. An art expert paid big money at an auction for a painting that he knew didn't cost anything. He was an honest man and didn't have any criminal intentions. Why did he buy this picture? Although the painting cost nothing, its frame was a beautiful and expensive piece of art. A street food vendor has a sign on his stall saying, "1 hot dog, $1.50. 3 hot dogs, $5. He knows it's more expensive to buy 3, but doesn't change his sign. Why? Each time a customer saw his sign, they would buy 1 hot dog, then another, and then a third one, totaling up to $4.50. Thus, everyone's happy. The customers think they're clever, and the vendor gets his sales up. During a fire, a bank was robbed. The security guard told the police that he wanted to save a bag of money, but he had to crouch to tie his boot just in front of the emergency exit. At that moment, the door opened and hit him on the head. When he came to, the money was missing. Why was the security guard arrested? Well, all emergency doors open outwards. You find yourself in a photo gallery. After looking at the wall, you realize that one of the pictures doesn't belong to the rest. You see a raccoon, a llama, a football, and a balloon. Can you tell which is the odd one out? It's the llama picture. The other three objects have two double letters in their names, but the llama only has one double. There's a barrel of water in the yard. You look inside and say that it's more than half full, but your friend argues that it's less than half full. How to figure out who's right without using any measuring tools or removing water from the barrel? Tilt the barrel so that the water touches the rim. If you can see the bottom, the barrel's less than half full. If the bottom is still covered with water, it's more. Sam and his brother John were always fighting. Their mother couldn't take it anymore and came up with a clever plan to stop them. She told the boys to stand on the same piece of paper in such a way that they didn't touch each other, and it worked. The boys couldn't fight anymore. How did she do it? The woman slipped the paper under a closed door and made Sam stand on one side and John on the other. There is a bridge that is 1 mile long. It can hold only 5,000 pounds at one time. That's exactly the weight of the truck that's crossing it. The truck reaches the middle of the bridge and stops. Suddenly, a bird lands on the truck. Is the bridge going to collapse? The bridge isn't going to break down because the truck has already used some gas to get to the middle and therefore weighs less than 5,000 pounds. A young woman is sitting near the window. At first, she's deep in thought. Then, she suddenly decides to throw something out of the window. A couple minutes later, she drops on the floor unconscious. She's perfectly healthy and isn't prone to sudden faints. There was no one outside to have hit her either. So, what happened? She was knocked out by the very same thing she'd thrown out the window. It was a boomerang that came back and hit her on the head. Well, that was a dumb thing to do. Two men are in a room facing each other. One of the men is a psychic and can see into the future. He predicts that in 10 minutes, the other man will be hit on the back of his head. Of course, shocked and paranoid, the other man can't stop staring at the clock on the wall. And exactly 10 minutes later, he's lying face down on the floor. How could it happen? After 10 minutes, the man turned around to see if there was anyone behind him. At exactly that moment, the psychic hit him on the back of his skull. Well, I'm starting to think he wasn't a psychic after all. You walk up to the edge of a forest when suddenly you see a man in swimming trunks, goggles, and a snorkel going out of the thicket and falling on the ground as if exhausted. But you know the nearest body of water is several miles away. How did the weird man end up in the forest? There was a huge forest fire, and the plane that was extinguishing it had to scoop up water from the lake several miles away. Doing it, it accidentally captured the man snorkeling in the lake. He was dropped down together with the water and miraculously survived. Upon receiving an anonymous tip, the police rushed to a house where a suspect was said to be. They have no physical description, but they do know his name is John. When the cops reach the place, they see 4 people sitting at a table: a carpenter, a firefighter, a truck driver, and a mechanic, none of which have name tags on their uniforms. Without a moment's hesitation, they arrest the firefighter. So, how did they know that's their guy? The firefighter was the only man in the room. All the others at the table were women and couldn't be named John. A man and his wife are driving down a highway when they run out of gas. So the husband decides to walk to the nearest gas station, which is about an hour's walk away. Before he heads off, he tells his spouse to stay in the car and lock all the doors and windows. The wife, bored and wanting to entertain herself, turns on the radio only to hear some shocking news. A notorious criminal has escaped from prison and was last seen on that very highway where the car is sitting. The reporter on the news gives a very detailed description of the escapee. The wife gets so scared that she quickly turns off the radio. She double-checks all the locks, but when she looks up, she sees the escapee just a few feet away from the car. When the man returns, he finds the car still all locked up, but his wife is nowhere to be seen. How is it possible? The answer is simple. The couple had been driving a convertible with the top down, and the woman wasn't, dare we say, terribly bright. An adventurer found a treasure chest in a cave that was guarded by a pirate. He had 3 keys, gold, silver, and black, but only one of them could open the chest. The pirate would give the adventurer only one chance to reach the treasure. If he chose the right key, he could take the chest. If he chose incorrectly, the pirate would attack him. Arr! The only clue was this cipher. Which is the right key? The cipher is an anagram. Shuffle the letters a bit and you'll get the golden key. The adventurer went away unscathed, and the pirate was left frustrated and treasureless.
How much do you know about brands and logos? You've got a unique chance to figure it out. Pick the real logo and you'll get 1 point for each correct answer. You'll see your results at the end of the video. 1. Let's check how often you drop by Starbucks. Which logo is the correct one? If you've got it right, you're probably a fan of coffee. 2. And now, we'll see which messengers you use most. The real WhatsApp logo is on the right. 3. To bite or not to bite? That is the question. If you've picked the logo on the right, you're probably familiar with Apple products. 4. I'm almost sure I'll nail it. I didn't even have any doubts. 5. Do you know the correct logo of the world's largest producer of jeans? The real logo is the one on the right. 6. Red and yellow, or yellow and red. Oh, that's tough. MasterCard's logo has a red circle on the left and a yellow one on the right. They represent East and West. 7. And which logo does Total Energy Company have? Oh, it has a dark blue band in the middle. I'm afraid I may have failed this one. 8. In which direction does the cougar leap on the Puma logo? It faces left. 9. Do you know what the Tesco logo looks like? The letters on this logo should be red. 10. Both logos have 4 colorful squares, but what's the correct order? The real Microsoft logo is on the right. 11. Let's check if you've ever bought this laundry detergent. The correct logo is the one on the left. 12. Can you figure out which Citroen logo is the real one? Their herringbone emblem only has 2 sections. 13. Chocolate. But which one is the real thing? If you decided to pay for the one on the right, you're getting yourself a genuine Cadbury treat. 14. Do you happen to know the correct Aldi logo? Right, it's the one with the yellow frame. 15. Do you recognize the true Schweppes logo? It's the one with the red oval crest. 16. Just how often do you get yourself treats from Dunkin' Donuts? If you've picked the logo on the right, it must be often enough. 17. Are you into creating and sharing short videos? Then you must know which TikTok logo is the correct one. If you chose the one on the left, you've totally nailed it. 18. Which one is the real NASA logo? There shouldn't be any yellow color around the blue meatball. 19. 2 little blue birds. But which one is on the Twitter logo? It's the right one. The one on the left is a bit too fluffy. 20. This one is extremely confusing. Both logos look okay to me. More blue color, less red. Got it. 21. Even though I'm not a pro in gas and oil production, I think I know the correct answer. It's the logo on the left. Yep. 22. Do you recognize the logo of this electronics company? I have to admit, it was just a lucky guess. 23. Is it Coca-Cola or maybe Coca-Cola? And the correct answer is Coca-Cola. Sorry, the first logo is the real one. 24. If you're as much of an Oreo cookies fan as I am, you're bound to get this one right. Huh, guess what? I failed it. 25. This one will show how often you watch MTV. If you've picked the logo on the right, you probably watch it rather regularly. 26. Which one is the real Marmite logo? It's the one on the left. 27. Do you know enough about this internet-based company to recognize its logo? Oops, I got it wrong. What about you? 28. What is the real Nando's logo? The rooster's heart should be red. 29. Do you use this service often enough to know the correct logo? It's the one on the left. 30. Social media fans, this one should be a piece of cake for you. This only proves one point. I'm not an Insta person. 31. Oh, look at that. How am I supposed to choose between these two blue colors? Aha, first dark blue, then a lighter shade. 32. I've eaten their pizza enough times to know the real logo. It's the one on the right. Told you I'd recognize it. 33. Which one is the real Costa Coffee logo? It's the one with white coffee beans. 34. Try to figure out the correct Taco Bell logo. If you pick the one on the left, you're absolutely right. No pun intended. 35. Hey Google, which one is your real logo? The one on the right. Thought so. 36. Do you happen to know the correct little logo? It's the one with the red letter I. 37. The McDonald's logo? Easy peasy. Yep, it's the one on the right. 38. Can you remember where the stars are in the original Pret a Manger logo? They're on the sides. 39. Which Nike is real and which one is fake? While shopping, opt for the products that are decorated with the logo on the right. 40. Pick the correct Wendy's logo. I knew it was the one on the left. Are you ready to see whether you've nailed it? Here you go. If you scored 0 to 14 points, you aren't likely to care a lot about brands. You prefer to concentrate on functionality rather than on the producer. If your score is 15 to 27 points, you sometimes make your choices in favor of brands, but you don't care enough to remember what their logos look like. If you have 29 to 40 points, brands and logos probably play an important role in your life. Plus, you have a sharp eye and pay close attention to the smallest details. Thanks for playing!
You ready? Keep track of your points and check your results at the end of the test. 1. If someone made a movie based on your life, what genre would it be? A romantic comedy with a happy ending. Love wins. B. A black and white silent movie. I'm that classy. C. Several hilarious shorts. My life is just too funny. D. A superhero movie. I plan to save the world. If you picked A, add 20 points to your score. If you went with B, it's worth 40 points. C brings you 10, and D, 30 points. 2. What is your happy place? A. The library. It teleports me to my imaginary world. B. My house. My family is always there to help. C. Somewhere by the sea. I can tell it about my problems, and it helps. D. In the middle of a crowd. I like observing life. Library fans, you get 40 points. If you prefer your home, you just earn 10 points. If you chose the sea, 30 points go your way. Crowd fans earn 20 points. 3. Look around. What color prevails in your room? A. Green or blue. They keep me balanced and help me relax. B. It's a mix of bright colors. I can never choose just one. C. White. Clean, neat, no distractions. D. I prefer patterns to colors. Option A brings you 30 points, B is worth 10 points, C brings you 40 points, and D is worth 20 points. 4. What would your personal logo look like? A. A lion sitting proudly on a throne. B. A fun unicorn riding on a rainbow. C. Just my initials. I like to keep it official. D. The globe with my portrait on it. I'm a globetrotter. If you picked a lion, add 20 points to your score. Unicorn brings you 40 points. A logo with your initials is worth 10, and the globe gives you 30 points. 5. Which of these animals would you choose as a pet? A. A puppy. I want a fluffy, loyal friend. B. A kitten. Cats are forever. C. A panda. I want to get on TV with it. D. A slow but wise turtle. It reminds me of me. If option A is your choice, you get 10 points. Did you go with B? It's worth 20 points. C brings you 40 points. D is worth 30 points. 6. What is your worst quality? A. I'm too emotional. Work, family, I worry a lot about everything. B. I plan too much. When things don't work out, I'm really sad. C. It's not easy for me to trust people. That's why I can't make friends. D. I don't have a stop button. When I want something, I get it, no matter what. If you picked option A, you just scored 10 points. If you chose option B, it's worth 30 points. C gives you 40 points, and D brings you 20 points. 7. What would you never forgive? A. My best friend lying to me. B. Someone else taking credit for all my work. C. My friends bad-mouthing me behind my back. D. My partner not supporting me and following my dreams. If option A sounds like the way to go, give yourself 10 points. If B is your choice, you just scored 20 points. In case you went with C, it's worth 30 points. Finally, D gives you 40 points. 8. If you had to eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? A. Pizza, pasta, that kind of stuff. B. Some veggies, they're good and healthy. C. I think I'll survive on dessert. D. Junk food for the win. Pizza fans get 20 points, veggies bring you 40 points, dessert adds 30 points to your basket, junk food gives you 10 points. 9. Where do you most often find yourself in your dreams? A. Somewhere from my past. These memories make me smile. B. Some exotic country I've never been to. I love to travel. C. School. I keep getting this nightmare where the teacher calls my name and I'm not prepared. D. On the stage, getting that well-deserved award. Option A adds 40 points to your basket. B gives you 30 points, C is worth 10, and D is worth 20 points. 10. You just got a new computer desk. Will you A. Follow the manual to the letter to put it together. B. Call someone who knows how to do it. C. Experiment. I'll get there eventually. D. Why would I buy a desk? I can build my own. In case you chose option A, give yourself 10 points. B adds 20 points to your score, C is worth 40, and D is a 30-point option. 11. You're moving into a new house. What do you take care of first? A. My bedroom. It's the most important part of the house. B. The living room. I can't wait to throw a party. C. The kitchen. I love cooking, and I can't do it in a mess. D. The backyard. I'll plant some trees and flowers. A brings you 10 points. B is worth 20, C is worth 30 points, D brings you 40 points. 12. How did you feel when you woke up today? A. Ready to take over the world and full of energy. B. A bit angry. Yesterday's problems are bothering me too much. C. Can't remember. So, nothing special, I guess. D. Tired as usual. I can never get enough sleep. Option A brings you 30 points. If you went with B, you just got 20 points. If you pick C, add 10 points to your basket. D is worth 40 points. 13. You can't finish a team project on time. What will you do? A. Do my part, hand it in, and see what the boss says. B. Try to come up with a smart solution. C. Blame everyone else and say you did your best. D. Make up a crazy story about why you couldn't finish on time. Option A is worth 20 points, B adds 40 points to your basket, C brings you 30 points, D is worth 10 points. 14. You're hiking with your friends. One of them can't go on to the mountaintop. What would you do? A. Turn the whole group around. B. Split. Some people really wanted to see that view. C. Go there by yourself no matter what others decide. D. Leave that person alone and then come back after them. If you picked option A, you just earned 10 points. If you went with B, add 20 points to your basket. Those who chose C earn 40 points. D is worth 30 points. 15. You must be thirsty by now. Pick a drink to go. A. 1 smoothie, please. B. Just plain water. C. I can't live without coffee. D. I'll go with a soda. If you went for a smoothie, here are 30 points for you. Some plain water will bring you 20 points. Coffee fans get 40 points. If you prefer soda, you just got 10 points. Time to sum them all up. If your final score is 150 to 230 points, your personality is green. You're supportive and loyal with exceptional people skills. You can read the emotions of others and spread your positive healing energy. You always find the most original solution to any problem. You feel equally good among people and alone. Did you get 240 to 330 points? Your personality is purple. You're logical, serious, and in perfect balance between your body and mind. You can resolve any conflict, and people come to you for advice. You're naturally mysterious, unique, and incredibly interesting. It draws others to you. You enjoy reading and are really wise for your age. Those who scored 340 to 420 points, your personality is red. Energy and passion are 2 words that describe you the best. You can lead any project. People trust you and follow your drive. Love and relationships are important to you. You're the soul of any party. Nothing can scare you or stop you. In case your final score is 430 to 510 points, your personality is blue. You're a natural explorer. You never think twice if someone offers to try something new or go to a new place. You live every day to the fullest and don't regret it. You're also a very kind person and will always help a friend out no matter what it costs you. If you've got 510 points or more, looks like the color of your personality is white. You're an artist at heart. Creating something with your hands or mind makes you the happiest. You might seem shy, but that's because you're always in the world of your dreams. You see beauty in the little things and want to make the world a better place. Nice, huh? Yeah, so few of us. Look at the dot in the center for 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Now quickly look at the ceiling and blink a few times. The colored squares have just moved there. What a beautiful pattern of rectangles. But just give it a second look and you'll see they are in fact circles floating against the striped background. Stare at the central dot for 10 seconds and see what happens. Wow, the colored circles switch places. In fact, they're both gray now, and your brain makes you see colors that aren't really there. This illusion can make your phone grow. Stare at it. Magic is happening. Keep staring. Now, quickly look at the back of your phone. The logo is moving. How many colors do you see in this image? If you answered 3, you're a bit wrong. There are just 2 colors here, black and white. The grid creates the illusion of gray as they intersect. What about this one? There are just 3 colors here, red, blue, and yellow. The inner squares only seem different because of the grids and backgrounds. This grid is broken, but you can fix it right now. Stare at the center of the grid for 15 seconds and see what happens. Told ya! It all looks in order now. This happens because your brain prefers to see regular patterns. It's spread from the center to the edges of the grid. This image is perfectly static. Just stare at one part of it. Yep, it isn't moving anymore. This is one example of peripheral drift illusions. Your brain lags a bit when it's processing areas with different light intensity and makes you think the image is animated. Can you tell if this one is moving or static? I give you 10 seconds to figure it out. Static again. Contrasting colors create the illusion of motion. How many animals do you see here? There are 8 of them hiding between the lines. If you saw 5 or more, you'll have the eye of an eagle. Can you tell which of these 2 yellow lines is longer? It seems obvious the answer is the higher line. In fact, they're absolutely the same length. Your brain gets distracted by other elements in the image, like background lines, and you see the image in a distorted way. What about these 2 lines? Which one is longer? Again, they're the same length. The way circles are set makes the upper line seem longer to you. How many colors are mentioned here? If you got 7, great job. Nothing can distract you. Can you find the mistake here? The number sequence is alright, but you don't need an extra "the." Let's go under the seat. Find 3 differences between these images in 10 seconds. Good job! Same task here. Did you spot them all? These images are different in 3 details. Can you name them? Fantastic! Oh, this looks delicious. Again, there are 3 differences between the images. Hope you found them all. These 2 images are different in 5 details. Try to name them in 10 seconds. Well done! Can you find 5 differences between these 2? Well, nothing can hide from you. Help these kittens find 8 hidden objects. Meow, thank you. This dog is made of many little things. Can you spot 13 of them? Amazing! The fall is a busy time for farmers. Make their life easier and find 20 hidden objects they need. Wow, you could be a detective. Did you find 20 objects in this image? Feel free to pause the video if you need more time. Great job! This time, you only have to find 12 hidden things, but it's trickier because of all those dots. You did it! Moving on. What you see in these optical illusions can tell a lot about your personality. What is this one to you? Those who clearly see the mountains covered with snow mostly have their feet on the ground. You take things the way they are, like to plan everything, and move ahead step by step. If you spotted the horses first, you like to be ahead of everyone and live at full speed. You're rather impatient and get bored of tedious work that needs a lot of attention. Now, what catches your eye here? If it's a peaceful creek in the woods, you always see the big picture. You stay calm even when everyone around you is losing it. You always know how to choose the right option out of many quickly. If it's a grumpy face to you, you tend to overthink things and see a catch in every situation and offer. You don't make friends easily, but when you do, it's forever. Time for the next illusion. Those who see a face here, you have a bright mind and you like to keep it busy. You're good at solving tasks of any difficulty, and you come up with the best ideas. Those who see a beautiful lady in a dress in this one, you're artists at heart. You take inspiration almost from anything and anywhere. You write, paint, sing, or create music, and it makes you happy. This one's pretty plain, or is it? If you see an owl landing, you're a great team player and easy to work with. You don't mind sharing credit for what you've done with others. Sometimes you're too afraid to speak up. Remember, your ideas are worth it. If it's a girl looking in the distance to you, you have amazing communication skills. You feel comfortable even in front of the crowd and like to share everything about your life on social media. How about this one? If it's a waterfall to you, you love travel and explore new places. You aren't afraid of anything except for boredom. You always say yes to new adventures and places. If you see a young couple here, you're a true romantic. You believe that love always wins. Even when someone's mean to you, you forgive them easily and try to find an explanation for what they did. What are your thoughts on this image? If it's a person standing alone on a rock to you, you're mostly an introvert. You need your alone time to bring your thoughts in order and recharge. You don't have many friends, but you're loyal to them. If it's a face of a girl to you, you often live in the world of your dreams. You always try to improve your life and sometimes forget to see the good in everyday life. Try seizing the day every once in a while. What does this one look like to you? If it's a pattern of trees, you aren't afraid to tell the truth, no matter what it is. You have a point on anything, and it's not easy to make you change your mind. Sometimes it's okay to ask others for advice and follow it. If you see a girl with her back to you, you're afraid to hurt the feelings of others. You try to avoid conflict by all means, and sometimes agree with others just to make them feel better. What animal do you see first in this curious pattern? If the giraffe is the first animal you saw, you're funny, influential, and charismatic. Like me. You're spontaneous and always full of energy. That's why you have plenty of friends. You can convince anyone of anything. Use this talent wisely. If you spotted the cat first, You don't like talking a lot and prefer to watch from a distance and analyze what you see. You're independent and self-sufficient, so you make your own rules and follow them. If you saw the duck first, you are a 100% optimist. You enjoy every moment and enjoy looking on the bright side of life. You enjoy exploring new places, learning new skills, and your curiosity has absolutely no limits. If the elephant has caught your eye first, you are loyal and genuine. You care deeply about everything and everyone around you. Your family and friends know they can always ask you for help, and you'll solve any problem. In case you notice the bear first, you're logical and conservative. You have your own values, and you like to live by the rules. You're thoughtful and observant and aim for harmony. Those who paid attention to the rabbit, you're full of energy and spread joy like no other person. You've a great sense of humor and rich imagination. You like to share that happiness with others and easily become the soul of any party. In case the lion was the first animal you saw, you're a leader by nature. You like setting goals and achieving them, no matter how hard it gets. People gladly follow you because you're always 100% positive of your success. And if you saw an octopus, an optometrist is in your future because there's no octopus there. Time for an eye test. Just joking with you.